Hey, it's Abby here again. I've recently been thinking a lot about how stress and emotions really affect eczema. Stress and worry will wreak havoc on your eczema. So a lot of times people will find that their eczema isn't healing, even if they're eating right, and that could be because of stress and worry. In the last part of my eczema healing, the last 5 to 10% was the hardest part to heal. And I couldn't figure out why. I was eating right, I was exercising, and it wasn't until I quit my really stressful job that my skin just naturally healed itself, which was pretty amazing. So once my stress left, the skin also healed, and it really shows how much stress will affect eczema. I find that a lot of my clients actually worry a lot. They're really frustrated with their skin, and it also affects their self-esteem because, the skin is the first thing that people see. So one thing that we really need to try to do is to reduce stress and to figure out ways to manage our emotions so that we don't over-worry and over-stress. So we need to incorporate stress management techniques and ways to reduce worry. So for example, find something you love. Find something that you love to do that will reduce that stress and help you relax. So for example, I love going to the sauna. The sauna just relaxes me. I'm able to think and reflect, and it's something that I really enjoy. The other thing is journaling and dancing. I love doing both, and I find that dancing in particular, especially when you do an exercise that you love, it reduces the stress hormone cortisol, and it also releases endorphins to help you feel great and look great as well. A lot of clients who just get fixated on their eczema, and that's really hard because you spend all day thinking about it and trying to help it get better. So make sure you try and enjoy life. Make sure to enjoy those moments and not spend every moment thinking about your eczema and how bad it looks and what other people are thinking about you. Try and build up the confidence. I know it's really hard, but you still have to live and see people, so you might as well do it while enjoying life and not being afraid of what other people think. You include positive affirmations, so remove those negative thoughts. So emotions will play a large part in your eczema, and you are your own biggest critic. You hear your words in your head more than anyone else's words all day. So this is really important. You want to make sure that you don't have any negative thoughts, as negative thoughts can really wreak havoc on your body. I find that a lot of people that I work with, and also I know I experienced this myself, but when I had really bad eczema, I just found myself always saying to myself, I hate the skin, I hate you, I hate myself, I hate all of this. But wait, just stop for a moment and think about that. What you're speaking over yourself is that you're hating yourself. And I don't know if you've heard about the experiment with the snowflake experiment and the rice experiment, but these were two Japanese experiments. And in the rice experiment, a guy put 2 jars full of rice for a month, and one jar he labeled I love you, and the other jar he labeled you fool. And basically, every day he would just speak over the jars whatever was said on those words. So if it was the jar that said I love you, then he would just continue to say it every day, and the jar that said I hate you or you fool, he would just speak that over it every day. And a month later, guess what? The rice that had the loving words to it, I love you and thank you, that jar of rice was growing and it was flourishing. But what about the jar that said I hate you and you fool? It turned brown and it was rotting. So it really shows what you put in your body, and what you say to yourself has so much effect on your skin, which is why sometimes, even though my skin wasn't the greatest and it was in really bad shape, I would speak words over myself. yourself, I love you and your beautiful skin, you will get better. I would say comforting words like that. So you want to say things like that because your words and your tongue have a lot of power, more power than you think. Learn to reduce stress, enjoy life, love yourself, be in the moment, stop criticizing yourself as much, and just accept yourself for who you are. You are not born to have this eczema, but you were born to be loved.